Hidden away amongst the hills on the outskirts of pretty Bonnievale is what is locally known as the Plakkerskamp. This is one of many informal settlements in the Langeberg area. It has poor access to basic services such as running water, sanitation, and adequate waste disposal. The roads between the houses are deeply rutted water runaways, and in wet weather are virtually impassable. It was in this Bonnievale Plakkerskamp that the newly formed Animal Welfare Society, Animals Matter Langeberg, decided to begin its work. The team initially consisted of a retired veterinarian and one volunteer, who together walked through the camp, introducing themselves to the community and offering help and advice for their pets. There were many animals, including dogs, cats, chickens, goats, pigs, and cattle. Many of the animals were in different stages of neglect. Most obvious was the scourge of external parasites, including ticks, fleas, and mange mites. Breeding was ongoing, and although many of the offspring probably did not make it to adulthood due to the overburden of parasites, overpopulation and suffering was visibly evident. There is no veterinarian in Bonnievale. The nearest vet is in Robertson, more than 30 kilometers away. However, even if veterinary help were closer, many of the Plakkerskamp inhabitants earn barely enough to keep their own families fed, let alone afford veterinary fees. Some have no work at all. Despite this, pets are always obtained and brought home, and the dice is thrown as to their future. Many die due to neglect and lack of knowledge about primary health medications. Very few animals are fed the correct diet, with scraps from the table being the staple food. Those pets that are not chained scavenge for food and run the risk of irate members of the community throwing boiling water over them or stabbing them. Many of the animals were underweight. Many bore scars of previous injuries, such as bite wounds, fractures, and burns that were never attended to, but have healed, probably over a long, painful period of time. The two volunteers persevered with their mission. At times, communication was difficult, as some residents speak only isiXhosa. With the aid of pictures and actual demonstrations on their pets, understanding, trust, and respect was built up. After being skeptical and suspicious of our intentions, the residents have now accepted us, and we are greeted with warm smiles and waves whenever we enter the township. Up until now, which is the end of August 2020, we have sterilized just over 100 animals, treated as many and more with a long-acting external parasite remedy, inoculated and dewormed puppies and kittens, and provided pet food for those unable to buy it. The children and dogs now run to greet us when we enter, and we are followed during our rounds by happy, healthy dogs and children keen to help. Most satisfying is that owners of livestock are also approaching us for advice with any problems they encounter as emerging farmers. After 8 months of work, we feel satisfied that the small, underprivileged community in our area is understanding the benefits of primary health care and sterilization, and we feel confident that the pets will be better cared for in the future. We shall continue to monitor our fledgling area, but the need to move on is urgent. There are many communities in the Langeberg area in which pets are neglected and breeding is rife. Our services, including the sterilizations, are offered to these communities free of charge. However, we do encourage the owners to try and pay a little towards follow-up procedures. This is to instill a sense of responsibility and lessen the chance that a new pet is acquired without thought of their financial obligations. We are fortunate to have gained another 3 volunteers who are busy working in a new area, this time in the town of Montague. We have applied to Lotto for funding and hope to purchase a vehicle to facilitate our work, as all our patients must be transported to and from our veterinary clinic. We have no paid staff. All are volunteers, including our vet, who does everything free of charge, leaving most of the income gained to be spent on the animals. If you would like to show your support of our work or to contribute financially, please visit us on our website page at www.animalsmatterlangeberg.org or on our Facebook page. We would be most grateful. Thank you for your interest in this short DVD of our new beginnings. From the AML team, Western Cape, South Africa.